the thing that everyone asked was it as good as you thought it would be?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm pretty happy right now, so yeah, I'll say so.
How's it feel taking down Vulcan and your old team?
If you ever been waiting for something for a very long time, you know, like maybe you've been starving yourself, it's your one treat day of the week, but then multiply that for like a month or like 2 months, and then you finally get it, that's how it feels.
That was that level of satisfaction, huh?
Yeah. I like.
Now, so I just finished doing like a fitness thing like in May. It was January to May, so I know what you're talking about. But the thing that everyone asked was it as good as you thought it would be?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm pretty happy right now, so yeah, I'll say so. I mean, dude, okay. When you go in there like really angry and you're just looking at them and you handshake, that feels good. So yeah, I mean, it feels pretty good.
So, okay, the camera, Riot knew what they were doing. The camera was locked on you the whole way, and you got to lead, right? Locked on you the whole way, and all of us were wondering. I was wondering. I was like, okay, fist bump, everyone. You know, all the old teammates, no hugs, all fist bumps. And you get there. Was there anticipation? Did you know what you were going to do? You knew the whole time?
I mean, yeah, I was expecting to win, so I was like, you know, what should I do to win? You know, like after I win, like, what should I do? And I was like, I mean, he handshook me last time, so I was like, I'll do it back, you know.
But it was the pause. There was this slightest bit of pause. Boom, boom, boom. It was like it was a 2 shake, and then you left, and then. All right, man. Well, revenge, a dish best served with 2 shakes. Beyond that, great game. Get the win. You were leading the way on Rel. This split has been quite the revelation as well. A lot of success here for Evil Geniuses. A lot of success here for you on a roster full of different parts, odd parts, I'd say, right? It was Jojo, and this was the team that was supposed to go to Worlds, and then they blew it up. We were all very critical of it, and now you guys coming from all different parts, finding success. What has this bonding journey been like for you so far in the, you know, now that we're like a third through the split?
I think everyone has been insanely friendly. Like probably one of the best teams I've been on, like only second to TLA. But like where it's like everyone is very willing to work together. We know we're in like a shit spot at the start. Like everyone's part of a new team from different spots. We didn't have much time to like practice and like work on our synergy, and like we're basically a split behind everyone else.
Yeah.
But I mean, I had confidence because I've always been saying whenever someone asks me like, is Armao ready for LCS? You know, like how good do you think you are? Like, do you think Revenge, Jojo, like Unforgiven, all these guys, do we think they're good or do I think they're good? And I've always been saying that. So even though this might come as a surprise, it's like kind of what I expected. That we could contest all the teams, especially the top teams.
How's Jojo rubbed off on you as the remaining member of the squad, one of the, I guess, leaders of it, and also one of the youngest kids? He's so fucking cocky. Like, has he rubbed off on you at all?
I mean, I've always been kind of arrogant myself, you know, even in academy. But I think what I really respect about Jojo is how like good, and like he's really good, and he's also way more objective about the game than I thought. Because like when you work with a lot of young players or like people who, because he hasn't played for too long, has he?
No, he hasn't. He was the Fortnite kid that came over.
Yeah, so like when you play with those type of players, you kind of expect them to have like very one-dimensional view of the games. Like, I want to just really play aggressive and trust in my mechanics, and like that's how I win the games.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was expecting coming in.
Yeah.
That was my impression of him. But when we started talking and we reviewed scrims, he's very objective. You know, he's like, he doesn't want to troll. He doesn't want to be like make a bad play and just like try to mechanically outplay them. He's like, do the correct play, like trust in the macro. I mean, it's just like, it's impressive to me.
That's cool, yeah, because he's one of the few guys where when I do ask, like, hey, what happened? You lost that game. You're like, yeah, I just kind of messed up. You know, I got to land the shots, but yeah, I got it next time. And you're like, this is the guy? This is the North American guy?
Okay, I mean, like, his persona is definitely different from how he actually practices.
Yeah, that's fair. Who surprised you out of the other guys on the team? Or I guess give me one thing that surprised you about everyone. How about that? Everyone else.
One thing?
Yeah.
Will is actually Unforgiven.
Mm-hmm.
He's very instinctual, but at the same time smart about the game, and he's really good at just getting himself ahead. So like he's like, if you let him do his thing in the game, like let him farm the CS, fight the ways he wants to fight, and he just kind of magically creates this like level or EXP or like CS gap between the opponents, and I think that's very respectable. I think John and his knowledge, because I was like in academy when we worked together.
Yep.
I knew we had problems, but I think after he split with C9, when he came back, he's actually pretty knowledgeable, and like it's impressed me how much he's grown, even though we were only apart for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Because like 6 months is not even 6 months, was it?
Yeah, it was a little less.
Split,
yeah.
But it's like when you're playing together for 2 years and you kind of know what you expect from your jungler, then after 6 months he suddenly improves and is like a lot smarter. I'm just like, wow, you know, like I didn't expect him to improve so much.
Yeah.
And then I think for Revenge, he's very flexible. At the start, I thought he was mostly a carry player.
Like all of us did. Yeah.
But then now he's playing both, and he's reasonable about when he wants to play tanks versus when he wants to play carries. He's like flexible, and I think that's not easy as a top laner to do, because top laners usually either want to be a carry player most of the time or a tank player most of the time.
Yeah.
And I think he's impressed me so far on like how he's willing to do both, but also do it well, you know?
Yeah.
Not like you're a carry player, but like I can play tanks, you know?
Yeah,
and then you grief, and like no one wants you to play the tanks.
Yeah.
But he's been really flexible.
Given the fact that you guys have started now 4-1, going up for the 5-1 against TL later this week, what have your expectations for the split changed? Like, are you for playoffs? I assume everyone always puts playoffs as the goal, but you know, is it now like, hey, we want to be a number 1 seed and not try to fight for 3-4? Where are you at?
I just want to do well. I mean, C9 look really strong right now.
Yeah.
We'll Vesman next week, so I think they'll be a tough opponent to beat, but it's not a goal of like 1 seed, it's just, let's just see how far this roster can go, because no one expects us to do well. We're like the underdogs, we're put in a bad spot. So there's not a singular goal, it's just, let's just do our best, and whatever happens, happens.
That's the anime. Look at you, the anime answer right there. I was about to say, whatever happens, happens. All right, last question that I've been asking everyone. You've been playing for a little while. You've been on multiple teams. Tell me a memorable story or funny story about an old teammate. So someone that's not on this team, which should be easy because it's a brand new team.
No, it's impossible. I mean, okay. Many people are good at this. I'm really bad at it. I'm really bad at remembering stuff, you know.
About your teammates? These are dudes that you played with for a while.
Yeah, I mean, cause like, I don't talk about that stuff a lot. Is there a good one? That's like the worst question to ask me. I'm really bad at it.
Okay, you're the only player I'm gonna give a pass because you're the fucking man.
No, I mean, I
you're
genuinely don't have an answer.
But also, no, you're the man. You called your shot and you killed it. So like that feels like you get a pass. Say the shit to the fans there, Mr. Bill.
Well, guys, if you're a hater of me, please keep hating, and I'll just keep proving you wrong. And for those that have shot me a DM, because I do look at my DMs, even though there are a lot of haters, there are quite a few people that, you know, cheer me on and always, you know, just support me, even though I was in a really shit spot last year, so last bit. So thank you, and I'll keep performing.
There it is. I mean, impressive. It's just impressive. Ayla, everyone, thank you very much for your time, man. Appreciate you. Congrats on all the success and best of luck with the rest of the split, man.
Thank you.
All right, for more, keep it locked here on dGon Esports. That was good, man.
Yeah, it's good. Well, I'm going home happy tonight.